letting me speak on a very important topic. Women are a central force, a driving force in our national imagination, in our national perspective. All of us, every single one in this room, has been influenced, taught, learned a lot from women in their lives. Mothers, sisters, wives. As Rijuji said, of course, Prime Minister and myself don't have that wife issue. So we don't get that input, but we have our mothers and our sisters. Yesterday, I was watching my sister achieve something that, in 5 minutes, achieve something that I have not been able to do in maybe 20 years of my political career, which was to make Mr. Amit Shah ji smile. There's something that I also need to practice and learn, and I was feeling very proud as an older brother as she was doing that, delivering the speech in a way that is different than mine, of course. I remember when I was a little boy, I used to be very scared of the darkness. And we used to have this huge dog who used to attack my sister and me all the time. So we were very scared of going out into the garden at night. We were scared of the dog. And one day my grandmother somehow found out about this. And I'm saying this because this was one of the most powerful lessons taught to me in my life by a woman, a grandmother. And my parents had gone out for dinner. And she came, she caught my hand, I still remember, and she took me out into the garden. Dark garden at night, no lights. No, government houses have big gardens, quite a big garden. And she took me there, and she left me. She said, now you stay here, don't move. And she left. And I watched my grandmother. I remember she was wearing a yellowish sari. I watched her go away. और मेरी मतलब हवा निकल गई कि मतलब आज तो मैं गया. I didn't have the courage to tell my grandmother that, I don't want to stay here, so I stayed. And she went away. She went away probably for 1 or 2 minutes. But for me, it was like 2-3 hours. I was imagining the dog coming to bite me. I was imagining ghosts. I was imagining snakes. I was imagining everything. And then after some time, I remember my legs were even shaking a little bit, and then I saw my grandmother come. And she came, and she asked me, so, what are you scared of? So I said, Dadi, I'm scared of that dog. I don't know that he might come and bite me. I'm scared of somebody being in the garden that I don't know. I'm scared of bats. I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of things I can't see. And she says, no, Rahul, you're not scared of all those things. You're not scared of the darkness. You're not scared of the dog. You're not scared of the bats. You're only scared of your mind. You're only scared of your imagination and what you are thinking. And then she said that, you should not be scared of the darkness. Because the truth, most often, is in the darkness. And if you do not have the courage to face your fear, you do not have the courage to go into darkness, you will not be able to understand the truth. You will not be able to fight for the truth. This is one of the biggest lessons in my life. I use it, it's a political lesson. I didn't realize then. Now as I get older, I realize it was not only a political lesson, more fundamentally it was a religious lesson. I didn't understand then, and what she was saying to me was that Satyam Shivam Sundaram. That's what she'll say. She said that I want you to be able to go into the darkness. I want you to be able to go where you're scared. And I want you to see what the truth looks like. And later I realized, my God, by taking me into the garden, she was explaining Shiva to me. She was explaining the central tenet of our religion. She was explaining Satya to me. And in many ways, she was explaining Ahimsa to me. And she said to me, I remember that, listen, truth is painful sometimes. Don't worry about it. Deal with it. And there are some truths that need to be told here today in this house. The first truth is that this is not a women's bill. This is nothing to do with the empowerment of women. There is a women's bill. It was passed in 2023 in this house itself. And my friends and teachers in the BJP said that it will be implemented in 10 years' time. That is the women's bill. This is an attempt to change the electoral map of India. Using and hiding behind India's women. And actually it is a shameful act. Because instead of giving them women's reservation, which is very easy to do, and every single opposition person will support it right now, bring that old bill back right now, and we will help you pass it for implementation from this second. Now, that is the women's bill. This is something else. And the truth needs to be told about what this is. There is a central truth in India's history, in India's past and present. And I have become more and more and more aware of this truth. And that is the brutal, cruel, unforgiving treatment of the OBC community, of the Dalit community, and other communities, minorities and women. And this is a historical fact. This need not be argued here. Everybody knows how Indian society treated OBCs, treated Dalits, what was done to them, what was done to their women, what they were allowed to do, what they were not allowed to do, how they were blinded when they read certain documents, how metal was poured into their ears when they heard certain verses. This is a fact. Now, what is being attempted here is a bypass of the caste census. What they are trying to do is they are trying to avoid giving power, giving representation to my OBC brothers and sisters and to take away power from them. This is the agenda over here. That's the first agenda. Manuvad over Samvidhan. Amit Shah ji says that the caste census has begun. And he repeated twice yesterday, trying to be clever, saying that houses don't have castes. The point is not whether houses have castes or don't have castes. The point is whether the caste census is going to be used for representation in Parliament, Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha. And what you're trying to do now is trying to make sure that caste census has nothing to do with representation for the next 10 years, 15 years, so that you can kick the ball down the street. That's the first thing that is being done. Second thing that is being done, equally bad thing, but a very dangerous thing. What you're doing, because you're scared of what is happening in the politics of this country, you're scared of the erosion of your strength, you're trying to rejig the Indian political map. You have done it in Assam, you've done it in Jammu and Kashmir, and now you're imagining that you can do it in India. And you need a constitutional amendment to do that. Now let me explain what you are doing. You are telling the South Indian states, you are telling the northeastern states, you are telling small states in India that in order for the BJP to remain in power, we are going to take away representation from you. This is nothing short of an anti-national act. This is what you are doing. And under no circumstances are we going to allow you to do it. So I am telling you very clearly right now that the entire opposition is going to defeat this attempt of yours to attack the nation state and deprive OBCs and Dalits of their rightful place in society. I want to ask, corporate India, entire financial structure of India, where are the Dalits? Where are the OBCs? Where are the Adivasis? Top bureaucracy of this country. आपका गलती है. Where are they? Judiciary, private sector, private hospital sector, healthcare sector, education sector. Earlier, there used to be something called the public sector. Public sector provided space for Dalits, OBCs. You've removed it, demolished it, handed it over to your friends. Yes. So you call OBCs Hindus, you call Dalits Hindus, but you do not give them any space in the power structure of this country. And you can ask this to any Dalit, you can ask it to any OBC. This is a fact. You call them Hindus, but you do not give them any place in this country.
Yes, be cool. Be cool.
And you are... सच्चाई अच्छी नहीं लगती आपको. You
After you can reply. You can reply.
I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding.
I'm asking you.
Don't ask. I'm not yielding.
You have made
Speaker,
a
sir,
wrong,
I'm not yielding.
misleading statement. I have to make clarification.
Speaker, sir, I'm not yielding.
But sir, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji is talking about reservation in assemblies and parliament for OBC and for religious minorities. That is not permissible. When Congress ruled this country for more than 60 years, why did not Congress party provide that constitutional reservation for OBC? Congress has to answer. राजीव गांधी जी ने ऑन रिकॉर्ड ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन का विरोध किया था। राजीव गांधी जी ने जब प्रधानमंत्री थे और जब प्रधानमंत्री नहीं थे तो भी उन्होंने ओबीसी का रिजर्वेशन अपोज उस समय का प्रधानमंत्री राजीव गांधी जी ने किया था। राहुल गांधी जी उसका जवाब दे सकते हैं कि राजीव गांधी जी ने क्यों अपोज किया था ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन।
So I want to assure my friends, brothers and sisters across the country, southern states, smaller states, northeastern states, that do not worry, we are not going to allow them. We are not going to allow them to attack the Union of India. You are equal participants in the Union of India. They will not dare to touch your representation in the Union of India. Speaker, sir, this same question was faced by Indira Gandhi ji and also by Mr. Vajpayee. Both of them faced this question. They understood the dangers and they did not take the action the Prime Minister is taking. You can check. It was done by Indira Gandhi ji and it was done by Mr. Vajpayee. I am going to explain later in the speech why Mr. Modi is doing it. Then you can have your answer. Wait. It's coming. Now, it's loading. Exactly. Now,